Welcome back to the channel. We've been busy saving the city of New York, and in this video, we bring you the review of Spider-Man 2.
Marco, why today? I'm so getting fired.
There have been countless video game versions of New York's famous web slinger, but in 2018, Insomniac Games brought the franchise to new heights with their own original take on the Spider-Man universe, following it up marvelously with 2020's Miles Morales. Spider-Man 2 is one of the most anticipated games of the year. I won't delve into story spoilers, just say that the game is set just under a year after the events of Miles Morales. Peter and Miles are firmly operating as a duo to protect New York City. The story expertly balances a variety of moods and emotions. The core cast brings the same sense of earnest honesty as the previous games, which leads to intimate moments and meaningful stakes. The supporting characters do an excellent job of playing off each lead's circumstances. All you really need to know is that Peter and Miles find themselves pulled and stretched by the sudden arrival of Kraven, an immensely strong hunter who's targeting NYC's assortment of superpowered people in search of someone to match his prowess. On top of all that, the Symbiote complicates matters dramatically, eventually leading to the appearance of Venom. The game is full of truly chaotic sequences, as well as brilliant set pieces and boss battles. The city of New York has been expanded with additional Brooklyn, Queens, and Coney Island's amusement park without losing its focus. One of the best changes is how side content is handled. Instead of missions unlocking all at once and inundating your map, they're doled out at a steady clip, and many of them can only be found by manually exploring the city. This leads to much better pacing when combined with the main story missions and makes exploration feel more natural and rewarding. In Spider-Man 2, there's so much else that the studio has done here to make its latest effort one of the most visually impressive video games on any platform to come along in a good long while. The work that Insomniac's team of artists has done here is simply breathtaking, providing easily the best depiction of New York City ever committed to a video game, and one that is so evocative of the real thing. Insomniac has fully utilized the power of the PlayStation 5 in ways we may have yet to see. Graphically, this game is a masterpiece. The city itself looks and feels more alive. You won't believe the vast number of cars on the screen at any given moment. The NPCs have been significantly improved, appearing more realistic than ever, making it easy to get immersed in the city that never sleeps. Navigating through New York as Spider-Man is one of gaming's greatest pleasures, now better than ever with the addition of web wings, which can be used to quickly travel long distances and are a blast to use each task in the city, offer impactful progression rewards or significant character insight. Other side missions feature smaller story arcs on par with the main quest line, making nearly every task you engage with in Spider-Man 2 feel consequential. Playing as both Peter and Miles is seamless, and you can switch at almost any time. Bouncing between them is surprisingly emotional, as you contemplate what the other is doing while you occupy each of their headspaces. If you've played the previous games, the combat has been greatly improved, making the sequel much superior to the original, is both more streamlined and more challenging. You have your bread and butter combo, launcher, air attacks, and finishers as normal, but special abilities and gadgets are now accessed by holding L1 or R1 respectively. This gives you 8 additional attacks at any given time, and while they operate on cooldowns, you're never out of options, especially once you've unlocked more advanced techniques in the skill tree. Combat constantly feels exhilarating, thanks to smooth movement and each Spider-Man's moveset, whether they're fighting common street thugs or menacing bosses. Certain attacks can only be parried, a new feature for this game, while others can only be dodged. These certainly keep you on your toes when facing large mobs of bad guys. Stealth has also been expanded thanks to the addition of web lines. When perched on a platform, you can create a web line to just about anywhere within range to use for traversal and takedowns, creating tons of opportunities to pick off foes while remaining hidden, which perfectly captures the spirit of playing as Spider-Man. You have 3 skills trees. Peter and Miles have their own individual skill trees, with a third shared between them, and skill points can be used in any of these 3 trees. The electrical abilities of Miles are useful against single targets, while his newer powers like chain lighting are good against groups. Peter's mechanical spider arms are well-rounded, but his symbiote powers are the star of the show, capable of grabbing and defeating hordes of foes effortlessly. You have 5 gadgets that can also be upgraded by using the various tokens and tech points received from missions and crimes in progress. These tokens are also how you unlock many of the different suits for Peter and Miles, making them a valuable commodity for the entire playthrough. Spider-Man 2 is an excellent sequel and the greatest superhero game ever made. Final score, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching our review. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay connected. See you soon.